It is often said that myths are louder, but reality is wiser. Hi, my name is Sonali Mehra and I'm Faculty of History here at Mentora IAS. Dear aspirants, I know that when it comes to preparation of UPSC Civil Services Examination, there are lot of myths that are not letting us prepare the way we should be preparing. I have seen lot of students in my teaching career who are so bright, who are so good, just like you, but they have lost their way in the middle and of their preparation, and therefore they are not able to ultimately understand what is needed for this examination to clear. These are called as myths. The myths that we get either from our friends, our roommates, or maybe from our extended family members. Also, lot of myths over the internet. We get so overwhelmed by all these myths that we lose our sometimes motivation, and also we feel overwhelmed most of the time. Today in this discussion, I'll be talking about all those unpopular myths, and I will be helping you understand how you should be approaching this examination. Let us begin this session, let us begin this discussion with this hope in our heart that now today we are going to talk about the real thing, how one should be preparing for this examination and what exactly and actually is needed to crack the examination. So let us begin our discussion here in this discussion session. So first of all, we are going to start with some myths, right? But what we will be doing, we will be talking about one myth at a time, and then we will be doing the reality check around it. So let us first of all start with the myth number 1. Okay, so when it comes to myth number 1, now this is something which I have heard a lot from my students as well. What exactly is this? Myth number 1, that it is a game of extraordinary people. Let me tell you, there is nothing like extraordinary people. Everyone is like you, like us only. It's the sheer effort, it's the sheer hard work that is going to take you to that position where you want to reach. There's nothing like extraordinary student or extraordinary personality. There is nothing in you which is in any way less as compared to those people who are clearing this examination. So please understand, this extraordinary word that you're seeing around does not actually exist. Okay, now what I mean here is this particular thing. Let's have a reality check. When it comes to extraordinary, okay, so when it comes to extraordinary people, how we are going to understand and how we are going to burst this myth of extraordinary people by these particular things. UPSC is basically a test of brilliance alone. Yes, alone is the word that I am saying here. It is all about how beautifully, how strategically you are going to plan your preparation, number 1, and then how you are going to execute each and everything that you have planned. Correct? Second important thing is, this examination is the test of number 1, your consistency. Right? Small efforts going to give you big results at the end of year's preparation. This is something which is going to make you extraordinary. Every day do the boring thing. Every day do the or repeat the same stuff. Wake up at 8 a.m. in the morning, maybe 7 a.m. in the morning, whatever time feels good to you, but to you. Okay, and just get into the same boring routine of taking your book out, start reading, get onto your study table, start reading the same book, start making the notes, revising the same thing, get back to the same circle again after the lunch, and then end your day with the whole process of reading, revising, making notes, and repeating the same process in the next day. So it's a test of consistency. All those small steps are going to give you this flow, which we call as consistency. Second, discipline. Your mind will always come in the way of your preparation, saying what am I doing? My friends are doing this kind of job, they are earning this much, or this in my extended family, this person is getting this job, this person is getting that job, right? These are the things which are very, very common around us. All of us see so many such things happening around us. But what is really needed here? Your idea of what I am doing right now, I am going to simply do it for the next 1 year at least, so that I reach my goal without any sort of hindrance. What sort of hindrance? Your own mind is bringing lot of obstacle and hindrance. Start to understand that how you are going to control your mind, which is the definition of discipline. Discipline yourself that no, I have to cut down on all of those noises, on all of those activities, on all of those words maybe around you, which is not, or which are not letting you read peacefully. Okay, that is what we call discipline. Next thing is smart preparation. I will be getting back to this very point of smart preparation, because this word smart preparation is actually a very, very wide term. Now this wide term means lot of the things for different people, but what exactly is the meaning of smart preparation is you need to understand what this examination demands. This examination demands concept clarity. Understand this point. It demands concept clarity. It is not asking you to make hundreds and thousand pages of notes and keep it on one side of your room. No. It is simply asking you that you should be having the clear idea about what is condensation, about what is the idea of salvation, about what is the monetary policy. Exact thing you should be knowing. When you have concepts like that, when you have basics like that, you will see that in prelims examination, things become really easy for you. So smart preparation means, number one, concept clarity, and number two, revising those concepts and reading them and updating them through current affairs. I'll be coming back to that point after some slides. Don't worry, okay? Next, when we talk about when we talk about these 2 points, the next thing that you should be knowing is that this preparation is more about persistence than innate genius, which is the myth here, meaning the extraordinary only can achieve it, can do it. We all have seen rivers coming down from the mountains. River has that immense power to cut the big rock standing in front of it, but that is not going to happen in just simply one day. No, that will take lot of years. And then finally it is going to make its own way by cutting the rock straight away in front of it. And that is how it is going to make all the way to the ocean, which is its the final destination. This is what you are supposed to do. Persistent efforts, consistent effort. That idea or that little voice inside you that I can do it should be so bold, should be so strong that nothing in front of it, whether any of your friends is doing something, whether extended family member is coming to say something to you, or anything you read or see on the internet, on the in the newspaper, is going to affect the peace of your mind. Okay, so definitely when we talk about myth number 1, it is absolutely wrong. The reality check is you need proper consistency and you need smart preparation and persistence. Persistence meaning consistent efforts. You should be having that little voice in you saying you can do it. Now, moving on to the second myth. Now, what is second myth? Let's see. Now, the second myth is around the time, how much time I have to put in. Oh, this paper or this examination is one of India's toughest examination, which is absolutely correct. But that, I mean, ask this question from yourself. If anything is the most toughest thing that we have come across, if that is the case, is it directly proportional to the number of this much number of hours I need to put in, or is it directly proportional to the concept clarity? Now, it depends upon you, how much time you actually take to build your concepts. So, the second myth is around the time in a particular day. Lot of students come to me and they say, ma'am, it is very tough for us to read like 16 hours a day, 17 hours a day. But my question to them is, how you're supposed to read 16 hours a day and 18 hours a day when your brain is not at all helping you to, receive all that information, to get in that particular thing into your mind. It's simply not possible. We are humans, we are not robots, we are not machines. So your brain has a particular efficiency, has a particular capacity, I would say, to actually absorb the things in the right way. After a particular point of time, that when that break even will come, no, it is not going to take the things in the correct manner. So it's like a machine in a manner that it also needs some cool down period. That cool down period is the rest period. You spend some time with your friends, you go out, you eat your favorite dishes, your favorite food, then get back to your study. So the myth number 2 is all about time. So it's all about, just give me a moment. So it's all about time, that we need to put in 16 to 18 hours of, this much number of hours a day. That's absolutely wrong. What is the reality then? As we have discussed in the last slide, that concepts are something which act as foundation, correct? Concepts are basically the foundation for this preparation. Okay. Now, I am not asking you to just make your concepts in 1 hour, because I totally understand that every student has a different way to look at a particular topic, and therefore every student needs different number of hours to get the concept done beautifully into their mind, into their head. Take that amount of time. I am not giving you any specific time, but when you go by this principle that I need to cover the topic, I need to break down the concept beautifully so that any question that comes up in front of me, whether in prelim stage or in main stage, I should be able to write down about that thing, or I should be able to solve that particular question in prelims. If that is the mantra which you are using to clear this examination, in that particular case, we will see how much number of hours are actually needed. So when I talk about number of hours, I simply mean the quality number of hours needed to build your foundations. Build your foundation. What is the meaning of foundation in UPSC? Concepts. Simple as that. Take as much number of hours as you need to build your concepts, but make them or simply build them right. Okay, so quality is something which you should be so confident about. Whatever you are reading should be from the authentic source. Whatever you are reading should be read in the correct manner. Okay, and now for this quality, actually the time that you should be putting in should be 6 to 8 hours, because this 6 to 8 hour is not just 6 to 8 hour, this is quality hour. I usually call it quality hour. When I ask my students that how much quality hours are you ready to put in, and I have seen results changing. I have seen students doing so good in their examination. This is what matters. So the myth number 2 is regarding time, which is absolutely wrong. We are so overwhelmed by this very myth around us, that, oh, okay, you are now preparing for UPSC Civil Services. Now so you have to sit down, you have to lock in yourself in a room and put in entire day for the reading, for the answer writing, for this and that. But what about the actual quality that you're getting at the end of the day? Even if you are putting 16 to 18 hours a day for your preparation, and if I ask at the end of day, can you please explain to me the process of formation of tropical cyclone? Will you be able to do that in just 2 to 3 points? If yes, then that means you have put in quality hours. If no, then that means you need to change your strategy. So this is that unpopular myth that usually students feel, stuck around. This is not at all a reality. Okay, now let's move ahead and let's talk about myth number 3. What is the myth number 3? So the myth number 3 is around the language one should be knowing. Most of the people believe that UPSC is actually a game of those people who are so well versed with English, or only English background people with good English can actually clear this examination. This is another myth. This is another myth because this is not actually correct, or this is not actually true. Every year we see a lot of students clearing this examination. And if you see all those people who are clearing this examination, they are not all coming from same kind of English speaking background, I would say, or they are not having that same kind of fluency when it comes to speaking English or having command over the language of English. But then again, they are clearing paper, they are clearing this examination so beautifully with the flying colors. Then how is that possible? Ask yourself, how is that possible? Because UPSC is not saying at all to you that if you have completed your education in some regional board or in some other language other than English, you are not able to qualify this examination. Therefore, UPSC has made the eligibility criteria very simple. You should be graduate. You should be, you should have graduation. You should be having 21 years of age and above in order to sit for this examination. There are other eligibility criteria as well, but the main idea here is that you should be in a particular age where you should be able to understand things with clarity. That is why I am saying you should be done with your graduation by the time you start reading about or you start giving your attempts here. This is the simple thing. So buzz this myth around you as well, because the reality says something very different. What is the reality? The reality is that UPSC actually allow the candidates to write the examination in 22 official languages. Let me clarify over this particular point here. When you see UPSC examination and when you see the whole plan of UPSC examination, there are basically 3 stages. Okay, there are 3 stages. First is the preliminary stage, or we usually call it prelim stage. Second is the mains stage, and then we have is the interview stage. Okay, now in the very first stage, that is prelims stage, the paper will be in English and Hindi. In English and in Hindi. So any student who is not able to understand English, not able to understand Hindi, they can be easily understanding English, because English of, the kind of English you are going to see in your examination, in your question paper, is not going to be of a level where you have to match Mr. Shashi Tharoor that ways. Okay, it should be easy to understand kind of English. In case, in the second stage, that is mains stage of examination, you will find the question paper in both English and in Hindi, but UPSC gives you the freedom, the liberty to choose your own language. Language meaning the 22 languages in Schedule 8 of our Constitution. You can write your answers in any of the languages you want to write or you are comfortable with, but you have to first of all fill your form like that. That is not a big issue. While filling your form, you can be choosing your language. So the paper will be in English and Hindi, but when it comes to mains, what is the main idea of writing answer? You should be articulating your answers well, or you should be articulating your thoughts well. Your thoughts well. Now, if anyone or any student thinks that I am able to articulate well in any of these 22 languages, you can be easily doing that, because UPSC, or you can say the main game changer in the entire journey of UPSC is here, mains exam. How well you can articulate your things. You have good understanding of things. Now comes the challenge, how well you can articulate your answers. So there UPSC has already given you the freedom, the liberty to do so. Take that liberty, take that freedom and make the most of it. Okay, so this is the next myth. So definitely this is not the only thing that any aspirant who is thinking of writing civil services should be needing, that they should be coming from a well versed English and a very British kind of English you should be knowing. Myth number, I think 4. Now we have reached to myth number 4. So let's talk about myth number 4. Again, it's a myth that lot of people actually have with them, and the myth is regarding your location. Most of the people, and a lot of people actually think, and in fact sometimes parents also think, that if you live either in Delhi or nearby this particular region, that is Delhi NCR, then only it will be easy for you to get into your coaching classes, and then only that very quality aspect will be added to your study. No, that is not the reality. With growing technology, we have now reached at a particular stage where classes are now coming at your doorstep. All the good teachers are now coming at your doorstep. They are at your doorstep to help you in this journey of UPSC. And how is that possible? We have so many classes going online. Here at Mentora IAS also, you will be getting so many classes going online. Whether you are able to come to our center, whether you are not able to come to our center because of any XYZ reason, we are not going to force you to come and sit in our classroom only. So, if you are comfortable at your place only, we would really want you to have that kind of atmosphere around you, and then simply focus on the quality of things that we here at Mentora IAS are providing you at your doorstep. So this myth absolutely is incorrect, right? So no matter where you are residing, where you are living, whether you are in the position to come down to the physical center, whether at Bangalore or at Delhi or at any other place, you can be actually staying back at your home, and you can be reading the quality things. Okay. Now let's move on to our next myth, that is myth number 5. What is myth number 5? Now myth number 5 is again very, very interesting. It is about the first thing that we have discussed, mugging up the fact. The think smart preparation we have discussed in the beginning. So when it comes to UPSC, what is really important? So understand this, the foundation, as I have already told you, the foundation of this examination is how well you have come up with your concept or all your concepts. The way you are going to understand the things, the way you are going to revise those things, and then how many number of revisions you have actually put in when it comes to having deeper and deeper understanding about the concept. That is what is going to make or break the thing, or make or break the game for you. So here if you see, mugging absolutely is not going to help you in any stage here. So when you talk about different subjects in this examination, starting with history itself, history is so vast subject, yet so easy to understand, but only when you are breaking it meaningfully and then organizing the subjects carefully. That is called as strategic planning. That is called as smart planning. That is called as planning where you are going to use concepts to understand how the things are beautifully connected from one stage of the past to the other stage. Same is with geography, same is with economy, same is with science and tech, with environment, with every subject. Mugging is not going to help you in any way. It is only going to add extra labor into your preparation, because then in that case you are simply going to write down whatever comes your way. If you are reading through the internet, you are getting some notes of some other person, you are buying it from the market, you are simply writing it down. UPSC is not simply caring about how much notes you have made. They are not simply going to ask, okay fine, you have made like 1000 notes, so you are going to be selected for this position. No, they are simply going to ask questions on the very basic things from all these subjects. So please understand, no matter how much time it takes for you to build around your concepts or to build your basic concepts in every subject, put in that much number of time. Ask as many questions as you want to until the time you are not, finding that entire concepts flowing so flawlessly in your mind. Ask all your teachers. We are here to help you with your concept building itself. Put in that much number of hours, put in that much number of effort, and then you will see magic happens. Because then you start to solve previous year question, you will absolutely be able to solve all those questions, and then your preparation will be taking altogether different route from the one who is simply, stuck into this loop of mugging up, making notes, overwhelmed with lot of advice and things. Don't get into that particular thing. Okay, so absolutely, when we talk about mugging up the things, this is, I would say, absolute nonsense. You are not supposed to mug up the things here. What is a reality check here? The reality check is UPSC emphasizes conceptual clarity. In our prelims examination, you see every question is around any particular concept. Now, you can classify it as a static concept or a dynamic one coming from the current affairs. But if you see, they are simply asking about the concept. Okay. Then proper analysis and application of knowledge. So there will be two categories of question in your prelims especially. One category of question will be directly coming from the concept, so that you might have already read in some of your books. But then there will be other category of questions where you need to apply the application of that concept. Mostly statement based question where more than 2 statements have come in the question paper. They actually want to understand the kind of clarity around the concept you have and how deeper knowledge you have about that particular concept. So in such questions, it's very, very important therefore to understand that concept and application of that concept, both the things are important. And here comes the role of practice. But that should also be in the right manner. Okay. Current affairs and interlinking the subjects are there. Now, current affair for a lot of students is a nightmare because students are not understanding what is current affair, what is the need of current affairs in your entire preparation of civil services examination. So, first of all, you need to understand the objective of current affairs. To put in simple words, just understand that current affair is giving you the updation of what you are reading in your static books. It is helping you plug all those loopholes in your static preparation, which is going to give you, you can say, the most updated version of your own preparation. So there is a particular way, there is a particular approach you should be going to or you should be using when it comes to understanding current affairs. You need not to take up all the 10 magazines that you find in the market or reading all the newspapers coming in the market and just keep on reading and making notes. A lot of students find themselves again stuck into this loop of making notes out of the newspaper, then reading 10 kind of magazines also. No, you need not to do that. First of all, understand the reason why you are reading current affairs. What is the purpose of it? Then see how many questions actually are coming in the prelims examination, how many questions are coming in the mains examination, what sort of questions they are going to ask you in the interview as well, which are somewhere linked with the current affairs. So current affairs is very, very interesting thing, very, very interesting thing. But it is that game changer which is going to either make or break your entire preparation. Okay, we will be coming up very soon with a proper strategy on current affairs that will actually help you to see the things in a more refined manner. Next is critical thinking and answer writing are more important than rote learning. Actually, when you see the critical thinking part and when you see the answer writing part, both the things are actually related to each other. Both the things are connected with each other. When you see a particular question in your mains examination, your brain actually starts to recall all those things that you have listened in, or you have basically jotted down in a notebook, or all the kind of discussions that you might have in your classes, coaching classes. or otherwise in the current affairs you might have come across. Okay, when you put down all those, when you put all that piece of information in front of you, now your brain starts to, in a proper systematic way, organize and arrange the things. That is what is needed, and that is not something which one should be doing close to your mains. This is a process, and a process always takes time. Understand this thing. The first stage is concept building. The second stage is to simply break that concept even into smaller parts, into smaller bits, and then application part of it. The fourth stage is how you are going to apply this information from this concept into your answer writing thing, or how you are going to write down a brilliant answer in your mains examination. That needs time. And answer writing is an art which takes time to build. So work on it. Okay. So I think now we have worked around this myth also. Now let us move ahead and let us talk about our next myth. Now our next myth, that is myth number 6, which is about your education background. Now most of the students, they feel that only if you have humanities background you will be able to clear this examination, but this is absolutely wrong. Lot of students who are coming from science background, mathematics, STEM, basically we call it as STEM. So all the students coming from engineering, mathematics, science, they all are performing so brilliant, so good in this examination. So there is nothing like that if only you have taken up or chosen these subjects of humanities in your school, then only you will be able to clear this examination. Your teachers here are basically helping you to understand those humanities subjects beautifully. Don't worry about it. All you need is calm mind, a peaceful mind, and a faith that I am going to clear this examination with the right approach. So this particular thing, if you have around you or in your mind, that only if I have humanities background, it will be easy for me. No, that is not at all the case. Look at the optional subjects that UPSC has given you. Now, if you look at the optional subjects, they are from, every branch. Science, mathematics, humanities. UPSC is already asking you to come and write this examination. Take up any of the optional you want to take. Okay. The humanities subject obviously has a big role to play when it comes to shaping a civil servant. You should be knowing history of your country. You should be knowing, and not only your country, but the things that has happened around us since the time. You should be knowing the geography of the region. You should be knowing how the economy actually runs. You should be knowing what exactly is this whole idea of environment, how things actually work, what is sustainable living. All these things are important. What is happening in the field of, you can say, science, right? These are the things that one need to first of all understand. This is what we are looking in our civil servants. So that is why the basic understanding regarding these subjects is important. You need not to master these subjects in a manner that you are going to then have your PhD in all these subjects. We are here to help you out with all these subjects. Don't worry about it at all. Okay. Now, what is the, let's have a reality check. Although we have discussed about the reality here, but then again, let's have a subject-wise approach so that we can be understanding things even more clearly. So if you look at the syllabus of UPSC, as we have discussed, it is multidisciplinary, meaning it has history, polity, economy, science, ethics, etc. All these subjects are there to give you the basic understanding about who we are. Okay, then students from engineering, medicine, commerce, science, they all are clearing this examination with flying color. Don't worry about it. We have proven results also. So many students have cleared this examination coming from all these backgrounds. Every year, so many students clear this examination. So this is absolutely myth that only from humanities background, if you are coming, then only you will be able to clear this examination. What matters then? What matters is adaptability and not your academic stream. Please understand this point. How adaptable you are. And this is absolutely okay if you find your confidence little shaky, let us say, in economy, but then you find history as very important and very interesting subject. I'm just taking example. Okay, that's completely fine. What we need is basic concept of economy and basic concept of history should be equally prepared. That is going to help you clearing your prelims and your mains. Okay. Okay, moving on to our next myth, that is myth number 7. What is our myth number 7? Let's have a look at that. So our myth number 7 is about the very concept of luck. Lot of people you might have heard talking about luck factor, that all those people who have cleared this examination are so lucky. If you see, luck is again the result of your efforts only. If you are only going to sit down for the entire year, not putting into hard work, not using the right strategy, luck will not favor you, right? In order for luck to favor you, you have to put in number of hours. You have to grill yourself down to a level where you should be able to understand what I am going to be after this number of months. This sort of preparation gives you confidence as well. And then you realize it's not luck, it's sheer hard work. It's putting off quality 6 to 8 hours every single day, even though your mind and body says, I am not going to do it today. Then also you are forcing yourself and saying, I have to do it. I have to do it. That particular effort comes with time and comes with clarity that I need to clear this examination. Okay, so the myth was that it's sheer luck, but the reality says something different. The reality says it's the entire process where you are going to put your effort, your hard work every single day. So luck plays a role, but it only favors those. Always remember this particular thing. Luck always favors those who, step forward to take the risk, who step forward to wake up every day with this zeal that I am going to put my effort no matter what. Then only luck will favor you. So UPSC actually rewards, as we have discussed, consistent hard work, smart planning, and resilience. Very soon we will be coming up with a strategy where you can be starting your UPSC preparation before your actual coaching classes starts. That strategy will also help you to start with your preparation or to simply take the first step of your preparation. Okay, so success is more about strategy than chance. I hope you're getting it now, that even if you want luck to favor you, you have to put in efforts. Luck also asks lot of efforts. Okay, moving on to our next myth. Our next myth is myth number 8. What is myth number 8? Now myth number 8 is, ma'am, if I have to prepare for civil service, if I am preparing for civil services examination, I have to leave all my hobbies. I have to simply cut off all my friends and all my social circles. That is not reality. So you need not to sacrifice all the life and hobbies. Yes, this examination demands lot of quality hours to put in, right? And this examination also demands every day grilling down yourself. But that doesn't mean that you are not going to enjoy the thing around you. Life is anyway going, around you. Life is happening every day. You cannot simply stop that process. You are growing day by day. Things are happening day by day. So understand this thing. Both the things are going parallelly. Your decision of writing this examination and life is again going to work parallelly. Accept that thing. No matter what happens around you, you need to have such a insulation around you that whatever is happening around me, I am going to put in same effort with the same boring routine, getting into the same process. Okay, so when it comes to cutting down on your hobbies, that is not at all reality. Yes, you have to definitely manage your time, but time management will get you a very healthy habit, or will help you get into a very healthy habit of revising things beautifully, or basically taking this load of studies easily. But nowhere I mean nowhere it's said or it's written that anyone who is into the preparation has to leave everything aside. So don't get into this myth at any point or at any stage of your preparation. So what is a reality check around it? Reality check is a UPSC preparation requires discipline, meaning the same repetitive, boring routine, but you have to do it. But not complete isolation. So UPSC values holistic personality development and not just bookish knowledge. That is where if you see a lot of questions in your mains when they are talking about the things happening around you. For example, Indian society, if you see the area or the questions coming from Indian society in a GS paper 1, the questions are coming from everyday life. How you're supposed to answer those questions if you are simply sitting in your room, locking yourself in a room for the entire year and not simply seeing what is happening around you? You need that reality check around you. You need that experience of the real things happening around you. Okay, so this thing absolutely is a myth. Moving ahead, let's talk about our next myth, and the next myth that we have around is no guidance is needed and I will be doing it all alone. Do not get into this trap. Why I'm saying this? Let me give you the reality check first. So when you look at the reality around guidance, guidance actually is the secret salt. So guidance actually is the secret salt of your preparation, of your success. Let me explain this point to you. Because we are living in a time where lot of information is available around us. You open internet, you see a lot of information is available there in the form of videos, in the form of material as well. Right? You go to different platforms where lot of notes are being circulated. You go to the market, you see lot of books, lot of handouts, lot of other material, this and that. Everything is there in the market. And then you feel, oh, a lot of things are around me. I simply need book and I simply need to sit down for this much number of hours and I will be clearing the examination. Understand, before you start with your book, before you start with your concept building, first of all, the right approach is needed. First of all, the idea of what exactly is UPSC Civil Services Examination is needed. Lot of students I have seen, they are so brilliant, but they have lost their initial attempts, maybe first attempt or second attempt, because they were not having this exposure. That right guidance at every stage is needed, is required. All those people who have experience into this field of like 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 12 years, they are the ones who are ready to give you that guidance. Please ask for it. Please ask for the guidance. When you ask for the guidance, you will be given a particular path to walk. Now it's your duty to walk that path with same honesty, with same discipline, with same boring routine every day. So a guide is very much needed. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand what book is needed to actually cover the syllabus of what subject, how many books I have to then read for this particular subject, what depth I have to touch for this particular subject in order to solve my questions. And in that case, your preparation is just open-ended preparation. But when it comes to UPSC preparation, it's not an open-ended preparation in any way. It's a time-bound preparation, it's a preparation that needs quality, and it's a preparation that needs proper revision. For that, you need proper guide. So all the teachers are here to help you with that process. So first of all, understand the demand of examination, then understand how many books are needed to clear this particular examination, and then get into the writing practice, get into the answer writing habit, get into solving the basic mathematics problem, logical reasoning problems, and then you will find yourself like around 4 months down the line, you will find yourself actually walking so smoothly on this path. Okay, so guide is something which is absolutely needed. Here at Mentora IAS, we are providing you the right guidance and we are also helping you to figure out how you can exit this loop if you are stuck into this loop of writing papers or writing answers, buying 10 of the books of one particular subject only, this and that. Okay, so yes, this particular myth is absolutely a myth. This is not a reality. Now, moving ahead, and let's now look at all those things that we have discussed. So let us conclude our discussion. What all things we have discussed till this point? Number one, consistency is needed as compared to you being or anybody being branded or titled as genius. If you are an average student but still you are ready to put in that much number of hours every day with that same kind of discipline, you will definitely be able to clear this examination. Second reality is quality is what we are looking for than quantity. 6 to 8 hours or maybe 8 to 9 hours of good quality hours are needed, or I mean the time, this particular time where you should be simply sitting down with your notebook, with your book, and simply understanding the concepts, breaking down the concepts, solving some previous year question and doing the assignment given to you by your teacher is what is actually needed. Point number 3, clarity is what needed compared to the only criteria of language. No matter what background you are coming from, what is really needed is a basic you can say understanding of language, that is English, so that you can actually make the other person understand what you want to say, and you are and should be able to understand what is actually asked in the question paper. But clarity is something we are looking for, because you have to articulate your thoughts based upon your understanding of concepts in a mains paper. Point number 4 is access everywhere. If you are coming from, let us say, a very, very far area, let us say rural area, which for you is becoming a hurdle anyway to come down to the city and then to enter into the sit into the classes and then start your preparation, this is not at all a problem. Anywhere you want to start your preparation, you can actually start. We have all the digital platforms nowadays, and these digital platforms are actually giving you service at your doorstep, as we have discussed, so no worry about the location. Point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth point, concept is what is needed than simple rote learning. If you are putting into 10 hours, 18 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, right, continuously sitting for 2 days and 3 days and simply reading, and then again at the end of those 2 days or 16 or 18 hours, you're not able to give a simple answer to what is a tropical cyclone or what is the difference between tropical and extratropical cyclone, that means something is not going right with your preparation. Understand that point. Ask this question from you towards the end of your entire day's hard work. Is this concept that I have just discussed or just learned, whether I am able to put this concept simply into one line, one word or not? Ask this question from yourself. Next point, any background works, whether you are coming from humanities background, science background, commerce background, mathematics background, whatever it is, engineering background. You see, your teachers are here to help you with all the subjects. Okay, so don't worry about it. Next point. Next is effort is what is needed more as compared to luck, because luck will anyway favor you if you are putting in your efforts. Okay, so don't think that it is just a game of luck. It is a game of hard work. Understand. Next reality is balance is what is needed, because if you are not going to balance your study with your hobbies, you are going to feel burnout very, very soon. Every 2 days you will feel that there is a lot of pressure, I am not able to do it, this and that. All the negative thought and that chain of thought will be, that this will basically clutch your mind so hard and so strong that you will not be able to come out of this loop again. So it's very important that you have a proper healthy habit or healthy routine of preparation, which includes reading, having fun, eating your favorite food, going out with your parents, with your family, enjoying the entire year, but with the honest thought that I am going to put in that much number of effort which my guide is asking me to put in, or which I am supposed to put in, no matter at whatever stage of preparation you are, whether you are a beginner or whether you are in middle of your attempts also. Balance your life, because that is very, very important. Last piece of advice for everyone. When it comes to UPSC preparation, please understand what is that basic thing which is needed. Whatever you are reading, please connect everything, every subject, history, polity, geography, every subject and every topic with the other thing. That will give you the idea about how things actually happen. Most of the students have this myth in their mind that if I'm talking about history only, I can't be talking about geography. But the irony here is, when you start reading any of your history book, it always starts with geography. So it's very, very important for anyone to understand that all the subjects are interlinked. You cannot be simply, making those watertight compartments around the subject. So read the subject, let your imagination go, to every subject, let it touch every other subject, and then you will be able to see that big picture which we actually want from you, from all the serious aspirants. So with this, I am ending my discussion here. I hope now, after listening to all this discussion, you will be in the position to understand what exactly is going wrong with your preparation, no matter at whatever stage of your preparation you are. We'll be meeting soon in some of our next discussion videos, where I will be coming up with the strategy video or anything you guys actually want. So please write us down in the comment section as well if you want to us to come up with any of the things you really want to understand. We will be more than happy to help you serve. So with this, I'm ending this session, this discussion. We'll meet definitely in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.